Everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons, episode 16 with me, Sid, and I've been doing a wee bit of mining off camera. Let me just show you the cave map. So that's our copper mine entrance, and that's where we started. This is the base back over here. I've kind of meandered my way all the way over to this first cassiterite reserve, which is mob hell, so probably not one we're doing. But I have been digging and finding gold veins. I've got garnetin with more cassiterite sand there. I've got copper there. I've got lapis there, which we are not in. Interestingly, I managed to miss that one. That is iron. Yeah, that's right. That's the copper mine. Then we've got a variety of ores over in the various areas. We've got some redstone and all of the good stuff. We're here for calcite, and the other one which I went hunting for very specifically was this one, Fuller's Earth and Gypsum, basaltic mineral sand and granitic mineral sand. Now, we're here for this stuff, calcite ore, but we're also, while we're at it, working up this one. So I need 32 for that. Now, I actually need 72 calcite, I think it is, for the quest line I am working on. So, yeah, big amount of work, not least of which because of this red granite and marble. That's it, not white granite, which makes the digging that a little bit harder, and also means that I have got a mixture of ores. So I've got calcite ore in white, I've got calcite ore in red, and I've got calcite ore in there, and I have 11 calcite ore apparently at the moment, which is only counting that one. So, yeah, go away, you red rock. You're not welcome. You take forever to mine, and yeah, that's the thing. So, in terms of that, what am I working on? Well, we are working on the blast furnace, the steel quest line, because, quite frankly, I'm going to collect that. I'd rather collect this than that. So, quite frankly, the iron tools I have don't last very long. That's the iron tools like screwdrivers, saws, wrenches, all the stuff I'm using for the GregTechification of all the recipes, and yeah, so I'd like to get to steel age because, well, I'd like to get to be able to make steel so we can make steel tools, because steel has a significantly higher durability than iron. I knew there was a word I was getting there. I mean, obviously the diamond hammer is very nice, and I've got diamonds plenty, to be honest, at the moment, so I could always make more diamond hammers, which is one of the tools I tend to go through a lot. It's the other tools that I want to be able to make the steel varieties of and get a little bit more durability of, hoping that eventually we'll get like electric versions of those, because that don't have durability, that actually have charge, because that will be so much more pleasant than having to make tools all the time. So I need to continue mining this area out just to get all of the calcium, calcite, and that I need. And while I'm at it, I'll pick up anything else that's useful, and then we can head back to the base and we can start to pull a few bits and pieces together. I might need a little bit more clay, and I may need a little bit of sand. I'm not entirely certain, but we're getting there steadily, and you know, part of the this kind of falls back into the arena of I always say that there comes a critical mass when you're doing these kind of quest things, and I don't delude myself into thinking that I have achieved the point where everything gets easy, because you know it's GregTech, and that's not the case. And I doubt it will ever be the case. I think things will get easier with certain materials, and you know the grind of making a screwdriver every time it breaks will hopefully become slightly less onerous. Laserite dust. Bang! No, I don't want you. Bang! No, I don't want you. Bang! Yes, I do want you. Yeah, so I'll be back in a little while. Alright, I've got way more material than I really need, and I have got my gypsum. I should also have Fuller's Earth, which we should be able to swap over, and that should complete everything except for granitic mineral sand, which is not the same as this. This is not here, basically. This is thing. Now, in terms of where this lot is, well, we are one block down from the diamond mine entrance. Now, I could, it's night time, I could make a run for it for the water. That would, however, be highly foolish, and we're certainly much better off using the underground ways that I have carved. And to be honest, I don't know whether you may think, well, this is excessive or not, but you know what, it does work for me. It allows me to get around relatively easily without running into too many unpleasant persons, shall we say. And in fact, I could just have a quick snooze here, couldn't I? That might be sensible, so we don't get anything spawning in close to the base when we're... Oh, hello. And of course, we also managed to wake up in the wall, which is always my favourite way of waking up in the morning. So that hopefully should be getting on close to that. I've got a chestnut there. Let's eat a chestnut because I want to get rid of that anyway. And with the exception of maybe a little bit of clay, and you'll see what I mean in a minute, because I had to go mine 1,000 and something or other clay. Or mine dig is probably the right word, not mine. But I believe that getting to the point of being able to do stuff, how are you? That's full. Let me go and pop you on to cook. That's another stack of iron. Let me stick you there. Stick you there. Stick you there. I can leave that there again. Pop the impure in there. That's all good. Right. That's me sorting myself out. I use the word loosely because this is not going to be very sorted by any stretch of the imagination. Fuel. So full as earth. Most of this I just got no storage space for. It's insane. Right, you, and you, and might as well have that as well. All go in there, and then in here I've got all of this laserite ore, which think these are stack limits of 16, aren't they? So let's just go stick all of that in there. Don't know whether I had any stone dust. I do. I'm going to want that later, so let's not waste not, want not. This stuff is... it cooks down to iron. We can bring it down to basaltic mineral sand, which will also cook down to iron. So that is a pretty good source of iron. So we will definitely want to keep hold of that. Gypsum and calcite are what we needed. We needed lapis, and we've also got magnetite. And yeah, I am running out of places to store stuff, aren't I? Lapis, there you go. And for the sake of argument, we'll stick you there for now. And then I really need to get rid of some of this, or process some of this in some way or another. Most of this I don't believe I can, which is somewhat annoying. I think I processed all my diamonds, didn't I? I did. See, like this, what can I do with it? I can wash it into that, and that can then become other stuff, but it's largely useless to me right now, and I'm just wondering whether I should be binning myself. You know what? I am going to... That will cook. That and that are keepies. Thought I had lapis somewhere, but clearly not. Sodalite dust, we'll put the lapis away. That cooks. Don't know what we can do with that, if anything. Not a lot, so we'll... Yoink. Let me sort this out, because I really can't work with this as it is. So I'll sort out what I can. Be back in a moment. Okay, so we are working. We are doing that, that's for certain. I can, however, claim that I am going to take the calcite dust, doesn't really matter, and we'll go back, and then we've got lapis. He wants 64 lapis lazuli, and that will give me some stuff. Well, that is going to be easy later on. Neither of these have been eaten recently, so I shall get the jelly bean down and the cookie down, and they can go in there for now, and that can be my next snack. We got a steam age loot bag, which gave me absolutely nothing. And yeah, so I've got 16 calcite dust. I'm making crushed calcite ore here. Now, there's a reason for this. In here, apart from the redstone, is a whole load of clay, some flint, some cobblestone, 28 iron plates, and 4 furnaces. And those are all used in... oh, I have another quest in there. What was the other one that... Oh, I inadvertently completed that as well. So I'll go with a steak sandwich, I suppose. Oh, we got them all. Okay, that's fine. Got a lot of that stuff. I really need to start using those if we have got a use for them at all. And books, bookies can go in there with the rest of the bookies. Yeah, so back to where I was, because I don't think I've got anything else complete. I've been laser focused. Well, all right, focused, but concentrate, keeping my mind on this. So we needed 1008 clay, 24 cobblestone, 24 flint. Check, got all of that. We've also got the iron plates and the iron furnaces. These are optional, by the way, but I'm just following these through because they are a guide for how to do this. And that's going to give me 4 iron furnaces, so we need to do those, and I'm going to guess that we do... No. Hang on. Oh, 7, okay, with a wrench. Of course it is, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? I've already forgotten where they go. I think it was... No, it was like that, wasn't it, I think. 4 iron furnaces, so done. And then we are into this section here, calcite, clay dust and stone dust. Now the clay dust, we can pulverize clay, I'm going to guess, if I can find some, to get 2 small piles of clay. So we're going to need to do a reasonable amount of that. 144, those are made up of 4 to make things, so I need 288 clay. I'm going to presume that that's coming all out of that clay dust that I've got set to one side. So let's have a look. Calcite 72, I've already got 16. Let's have a look then. So if I have got 6, I'm going to use those, I'm going to pulverize them again to get impure calcite. So 6, hang on, let me do 72, 16, of course 60, 60 plus 8, isn't it then? 64. So basically I need maths is not my strong point when I'm doing stuff. I need some more calcite dust, which I'll do. We need clay dust, we need stone dust, and we need quartz sand, which is done by grinding down sand to make unfired clay bricks. And we also need bricks. Bricks are made by firing those, so then we're going to break those down into dust and clay dust, and we're going to take compressed, which is that, and that makes that, and then we're going to put those into the compressor, which we have got plumbed in, and then we are, oops, let me get back in here, we're going to make fire bricks, which we're going to cook, and then those are going to be put together with gypsum and calcium and gypsum and concrete to make fire bricks, and we need 4 of those to make that. And then we presumably need also 30, so we need, yeah, and that will give us some coal coke and stuff, but it will give us the opportunity to mix steel, and this is what we're aiming for, and it is painful. So if I do 58, let me have a look. If I do 58 less 157, half of that, that's 50, 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's just do 29 of those in there. And then the calcite can go away. Right. That's going to take a while. I have got another batch of charcoal done. I need to come up with some storage for that as well, so that's probably going to be some kind of tank. Well, it is going to be some kind of tanks, although I could just make more because I'm burning free wood to make creosote, so not entirely sure how valuable that's going to be. Anyway, I'll be back in a short while. Alright, we're going on a road trip. There is something I think will help with this quest. A couple of things actually, depending on how my food pans out, but I can forage, so not the end of the world. And it is still, let me just turn those off. It is still faster to actually come over the top than go underground. Obviously, it's just technically speaking not safer. So yeah, kind of 6 1 half doesn't t'other really. But from here on in, it's actually quicker to just run under because we use less saturation walking than we do jumping. I think I am going to have to make those piston boots because I think they will save me an awful lot of food in the long run. Because again, you're not jumping to get up over mountains and things. They will be a bit of a pain, and their armor value is probably not as good as some other armors. But they're definitely. Let's go. Let's just eat the dross for starters. There are definitely some ways to make brick dust which are easier than faffing around with all of the things. And in theory, one of them is here. So I need to go, well, for starters, I think I just need to pull myself away from what looks to be a really unpleasant place to be if you're a living creature and not wanting to have run-ins with creepers and all sorts of unpleasantness that you can hear underground right now, and I don't want to go anywhere near that either. I'm being a bit too close for comfort in my opinion, but let's walk around that. I got away with that. I shouldn't have, because I've seen so many of the cultists at those altars. I can't believe I got away with that. Anyway, let me have a look at the map. So we're here, and up there is a village with a structure in it which I want to tear apart, and over here is a structure that I want to tear apart. So first off, let's go and deal with the village up here because it's relatively small and not overly far away. Let me just go back over here, just double check I am there, and I want to be that way. Ruby ore, okay, that's possibly redstone, but again I think I've got enough redstone to tide me over for the immediate and foreseeable future. And if that is what I think it is, I don't think I want to go near that, because that has a wisp spawner underneath it, although it should be reasonably. There's a do I really want a chance fighting with a wisp at this point? I don't know. I am starting to err towards removing infernal mobs for definite. That is starting to become my thought process. I think special mobs are nasty enough, but when you get a special mob that also has 17 different abilities, which range from, you know, just something as simple as a bit of minor regeneration to, well, let's face facts, some of them can literally pick you up and catapult you into the air with force. Oh, I also want those, because those are, I'm going to take everything actually, I think. Everything I can anyway. So these can be pulverized down to brick dust, which means I don't have to faff around making the bricks in the first place. And that's going to save me a certain amount of coal and time and fuel and all of the good things. So while I am here, I am probably going to steal half of the doors as well, because, you know, doors are a pain to make in this, and I'm all for making my life easier at the expense of, you know, a villager or two. But do I want to grab these while I'm at it, actually? Because, yeah, might as well. I don't want to get too clogged up, and I should have brought my builder's bag, actually. That would have been the sensible solution. But in the absence of anything else, I'll just borrow as much of this as I can. And this may be enough, actually, because this will make quite a lot of brick dust. I may not need to go over to that other structure yet. I think it's easy to forget just how much material goes into some of these structures when they're built, especially when they don't cheap out and do it properly and actually put it into the ground. Let's eat that, I think. Sorry, my voice is croaking a little bit. And I might take, I don't know. I mean, you've got a lot of stuff there, but I don't know whether I really want to take it or not. What can I do with you? Out or note? I can pulverize you. Oh, hello. Yes. And that's an absolute yes. We will have those as well. And I think that's something I'm going to have to do, isn't it? Is just be a little bit more aware of the cost of things. So, like those fences. Fences are not a particular problem, but doors are. Pressure plates are not overly fun to make, and if I remember rightly, they get used a lot in these builds to make tables, because this is old Minecraft where we didn't have a lot of things that you could use to make tables easily. So yeah, kind of makes sense just to raid this for all it's worth. I don't think I'm going to take the rails yet. I haven't got any particular use for the rails, I don't think. I mean, they can be smelted for iron, but iron I am not actually short of. However, a quick sleep, I am... Yeah, see here. Absolute pain to manufacture. Might as well grab them while I'm in the area. Come on. Oh, thankfully. The worry for me is if I get caught out on one of these blood moons, because I don't know what happens. Do I mean, I'm tempted to not take the doors, actually. Just because I don't need a lot of doors. It's like I don't really need a lot of books. But I do have, well, I will take your pressure plates for definite. Actually, I should. If I've already decided that I'm not let me just double check the recipes on some of these. I mean, they're enough that, yeah, alright, so I'm having your door as well. I mean, it's not like the villagers are going to miss their doors, because they're not going to be here to miss the doors. So I'm not going to be in the area loading. So while I'm out here, I might as well just quickly grab a few other bits of supply, and well, leave me to it. I'll be back in a mo. Alright, I'm back. I got a goodly amount of that, which we know will compact down to a single brick dust, and that is used for this quest here, the steel quest, and we need only the one brick dust, but what we actually need to do is manufacture, well, obviously that doesn't even fit in there, but we need to manufacture a lot of bricks. I also picked up the pressure plates, which allows me to complete this quest with pressure plates, I suppose. It only leaves one quest in that one, which is the Hoofer quest, but so that's just a matter of going out and finding one. In terms, oops, hang on, let me just get away from that machine. In terms of where we've been, we've gone quite a ways this direction. We haven't gone this direction yet, and we've not really gone that direction, but that's a swamp, or that direction. So I may try over this way, see what we can find at some point. Not today. Today is all about the steel. And yeah, this is going to take a while. This thing is slow. This thing is slow. So I am tempted to spend, because I've got a reasonable amount of iron. I have got a good amount of various iron ores. I've got access to fairly significant reserves of iron in different areas. So, you know, for the just for the case of mining and cooking. So we might want to just go back to here. No, go back to here and go. I'm working on the calcite. Clay dust is used to make. That's optional, we can forget about it. This is technically optional, but we need to make 36 fire bricks. For that I need those. I need that many bricks. And those are made using the brick dust. So how many do I need? 36. 72, 144, 210, 216, I think. I need to do the maths on this one because we also, I need 36 of those. Let me just sort that one out. I'll be back in a mo. Alright, we're a little bit further along. I've done the calcite. I still need to do the gypsum, and I'm just doing the stuff to make the bricks, which brick dust, 2 stacks should be enough. The clay and brick is really, really quick to pulverize, but it's really, really, really noisy. You don't want to be working around that, put it that way. I have find the right thing. I have made 3 seared tanks just to take 12 buckets of creosote out of here, and I'm making some more coal coke because I am going to need coal coke, so that's a thing. And then we're going to take all of those clay dust, and we're going to do those, and those will then go into here with those. That will give me those. Now I'm going to go those, and that will go into there. And then, see, that's a much pleasanter sound. And that will make me compressed fire bricks. So we need to do that and that. I don't need to worry about those. I do need to do that and there. So I've been going at this episode all night, and I'm going to probably have to go tomorrow night as well, because this is a much grindier system than normal. Now let's have a look. What did I need for quartz and stone? Now stone, I think I just need 36 of those apparently. Get there eventually. Where are you? So that's that. And then we need quartz sand 36. And that is going to go in there. And that lot will process up to make that. Clay dust. I think I've actually 144 it reckon. I don't know why. I can always make more, that is not a problem. But let's get these made, and then obviously we cook those, so that's a thing. Got me stuff here, so got plenty to go out there. And okay. Intriguing. Don't know what was making that racket. I have turned off infernal mobs, so we definitely don't have any of that as a problem anymore. I think I probably still have a king slime over there, but I don't know whether he's got any infernalness about him. If he has, well, I don't see how he can do. So his ability to fireball me earlier. Yep, it's going to take a while. Anyway, I'm going to continue this after a lovely day at work, and we'll continue recording this tomorrow evening, and we'll see how we go. But I am adamant that I am having. I suspect in this position here, I might take out that wall and these and move these around a little bit. And I think we'll put the blast furnace there. And for now anyway. But yeah, this is slow going. It'll be worth it for the steel though, because I think, let's see what we got. That will open up the steel, and then we can go into here and that will open up this. We need 8 steel ingots, and that will give me some stuff, and that in turn will open better than iron, backpacks, walls, tanks, more upgrades, molds. Yeah, there's still a whole load of stuff. I mean, we're nowhere near through Steam, but I definitely want this blast furnace, and that's happening. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so after what seems like an age, and certainly 20, maybe about 20 hours, because I've been at work, done a full day's work, done all the stuff, I have an inventory with nothing in it because it's all here. So 36 fire bricks, 36 gypsum, 36 times 2 calcite, 36 stone, 36 quartz, 36 clay dust, bucket, and bucket gives me a bucket of concrete with which we put in there, and we get a fire brick. Rinse and repeat. To get multiple buckets. And then we come over here, and I've got my stone there. I want to keep one free. I made the mistake of getting carried away on the first one and did 4. We're going to take this out here, grab you, pop that in there, come over there, and rinse and repeat until I have 36 buckets. I don't know whether they stack actually, of concrete. In fact, no, 36 fire bricks is what we're after. So, yeah, that is a thing. Bloop and bloop and bloop and bloop and bloop and bloop and continue. So, I'm as gripping as I am sure this is. I'm fairly certain that you don't want to watch me do this another 30 times. So, yeah, I'll be back in a mo. Alright, we are on hopefully the last 3. I kind of checked the numbers, everything seems to pan out, so that was against the quest. The quest was very helpful after I'd done all the maths. I did that a little while ago, but we'll come back to that one. Not there. Multi-block goals. This. So the optionals I've kind of skipped for a lot of them because, well, you don't get anything more for doing them. And I've got 36 of those now. Now, this tells you need, if I was doing this the hard way, 432 unfired clay brick, 432 brick, 108 clay and brick dust, 216, which basically double of compressed, 216 fire bricks, collect them all and require materials, blah blah blah, otherwise you'll have to do it again, yada yada. So the last thing we need, and we are going to grab both of those, is we need to go and make the hoofery to what's-a-majig, as it is technically. I don't know why it said I needed so many fire bricks, because I've got way more than I needed, as best as I can tell. But let's not grumble. Let's go in and just double check. I need a wrench, of course. Would have to be a wrench in the works, wouldn't it? 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am going to assume that this goes in the middle. Controller usable steel. Blah blah blah. 200 pollution per second. I don't know what's that. Controller front center. Fire bricks accepting everything except the controller. The top block is also empty. So, oh hello. Yeah, I think we'll get those anyway, and then we can have, doesn't really matter, let's go with gold. So we've got a couple of steam age bags, which I could potentially keep, so I will. We've got more of that kind of fuel. We've got a whole load more of those and some of that. These, I don't know why I ended up with so many spares. That can be another misc chest for now. This lot, clay needs to go somewhere. Such as, say, there. That and that can all come out and go in over here. That and that can just go. You know what? It would make sense just to take that and that. And I am going to do it like this, I think. Just because then we can go like that and that. No, I don't want you to pick up that. Okay. Let's just do that then. And then that lot can go back in. Lovely. So it's and it says the top block is this a 4? Because that's 1, 2, 3. I'm wondering whether this is actually a 4 high. I think it may be. One blip there. One brick blast furnace. Okay. So, recipes. There's only 338 of them. Steel is a block of iron, 36 coal. Okay. Forge hammer, extruder, lathe, alloy, bending, blah blah. Where's the blast furnace then? Compressor, sag mill, smeltery. Californium. Doesn't actually use anything peculiar, does it? Just a block of iron. Nine of those. There's a honking big old thing, isn't it, really? Did it say 36 charcoal? One block of iron. I get the impression this might take yeah. Steady on there, sausage. Is that working? Well, there's no indication. Oh, wow. Wow. Just big old wow. However, I think I have got an immediate problem here. That we probably need to address. Why is that? Don't understand. What is going on? I'm going to have to fix this roof, that's obvious. I don't understand. What is going on here with this? I mean, it's not doing anything, it's stopped doing things. That makes no sense. Alright, let me have a dig around and try and figure this out. So I think this is actually working, because I also found the recipe to put a single iron ingot in plus 2 coal coke. And I put those in and that is not doing anything. So I think this is processing that thing for 3,200 seconds, which is 60 seconds to a minute. So divide that by, yeah, it's going to take a while, is the long and the short of it, I think. However, I do need to come up with a new roof for this, because clearly we can't muck around with wood if that's going to be the issue. I don't need a lot of material for it, but we do desperately need some material. I'll know when that goes, because it will go. So the question is, what can I do with you? I can make basalt stairs, but I can't make basalt slabbage. Which is a shame. What about you? I can not do anything. Okay. What about redstone here? What can you do? Not a fat lot with that. And not a fat lot with that. Now with that we can still not make any stairs. Oh, good grief. Black granite. What the hell on earth is that? You. So I can take. Okay. Let me just try something. Still waiting on that anyway, so if I were to come in here and go see, none of this is helpful, because none of that can become what about you? Can I can, yes, you still become that. Smooth basalt. I don't think basalt's going to help me. I need something to go in that roof slot. It could just be well, I don't think Marvel's going to give me anything. No, absolutely nothing. Brick, but brick's expensive and valuable. I know, we shall go with yeah, I'll work this out. I'm going to go with stone, I think. We'll leave the cobble in. I'll take this out, however, and replace it with the nice stone that I borrowed from the village. And I'm using borrowed, okay? Borrowed is the... And then we'll probably replace all of these with some vanilla stone stairs, perhaps. But clearly I can't use wood there. I've covered that over, and I'll go back to that in a second. So the reason why I've covered it over, I should say, because, you know, just saying I've covered it doesn't really tell you anything, does it? Other than that I've covered it. And we're still waiting on the steel, so yeah, I'll be back in a short while. Alright, I did some maths. If I can just go, let me just have a look at the steel. Where's this? I want recipes back here. 3,240 is about 54 minutes, about an hour in game. I need to sit here for a long old time if I'm going to do that. Now that's still happily running along, and I'm going to be doing, you know, stuff between episodes and the, well, usual stuff. However, I got Liquid Ender in there. Now how I got Liquid Ender was quite simple. I went over to my Enderman and got myself 10 of those. And then I went back into the coins quest and I did that and claimed those 2. And then I got, it doesn't really matter, just something to stand on, not there. And just because I'm a wuss, I got myself a bit of a pumpkin hat, and I popped in here, and in here that's still happily running. Got the iron, got the Liquid Ender. I didn't have Liquid Ender in there before, I just had iron. And then I just went. Now, apparently they won't teleport away if they can't see the sky. And clearly, this guy, who is just an Enderman, is not doing that. So, he'll soon be dead. And we've now got 3 buckets of Liquid Ender. And we might as well get another one in there. Lock him in. Pick that up. Change my hats. Again, pumpkins just so I don't accidentally look at them. You know what they're like. And then we've got that. I've made the pan mould, and what is that. And that will give me the ender pearl, which is all fun and games. So we can just keep running those through. And that should get me a little bit closer to completing 1 or 2 of the quests. What we got there now? I've got 5. I've already got some ender pearls. And if we have a look at the use of those, I need 16 to get some stuff. This one, which will give me more ender pearls, and some of those which gives me more ender pearls. So yeah, it's not a bad little quest to get out of the way, and it does just get 6 more out of that lot, and we'll be good and happy. But I am waiting for this pollution thing. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to manifest, so you know, time will tell, I suppose. And 1 more. That still leaves 4 more worth of. I may as well actually get them out. Doop. 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 That should be it. And then we should be okay. That's all done. Now I got to kill all the things. Oh, I killed the king slime, didn't I? Ooh. Interesting. They're all the same. I'm tempted. I'll take that. Yeah, I dealt with the king slime over there. I've taken out the... Where was that stupid enderman? That one. Obtaining ender pearls. Oh, I actually need to do that. Okay. That gives us that. I'll take the ender pearls. So that was tips and tricks. So I think there's just... Oh, Moron's Guide to Better Trees. Oh yeah, that's the... Hopefully that should give us that. Better bees. Okay, we need to do bees for that one. Stone Age, still missing that. Steam Age, missing this one. That will give us some stuff. And then hopefully we can move off into some of these things. However, that I should be able to melt down into cobalt, and I should then be able to cast cobalt into all sorts of interesting things, including a head, but of course I can't repair it, so I'm kinda loath to use it. Oh, those can go away as well, can't they? I don't need those if I'm not carrying me. Or the bow, what do I do with that? While I actually remember, I also did get the King Slime Rapier. So yeah, that was a thing. But I actually got the King Slime because two things. One, I used a proper bow, and two, I got rid of the Infernal Mobs mod, so he just became an ordinary King Slime. Still waiting on that. So yeah, I don't know what else to do other than stay with it. I have upped my game underneath in the guard, well, the farming chunk, if you like, and I'm not 100% certain that these are a good investment in time and effort, because they don't produce a lot of copper and it's actually easy to go and mine it. This lot is all peanuts, and these are going to be vital for peanut butter, so I may do this one out. I just need to finish decorating it. I may bring these up because they don't seem to worry. Interesting. So they do require a certain light level, and taking out the blocks from around it has broken them. Okay. I don't figure that one out because they were not completely covered up from the, you know, the light. They definitely had some light available to them. So the other thing I wanted to have a look at, and I need to go and get some tin, is see if I put a block of tin underneath this dirt block, whether this will grow or not. And similarly, the same for copper. So a lot of things going on. I am unsure about this, and I think I'm just going to have to give it some time and see what happens. I don't know how, if any way, the pollution side of things is an issue. So yeah, but I think on that note, I'm going to grab myself a screenshot of that, and we're going to call this episode an episode, because I have now been at this for more hours than I want to think about. Everything is just so slow. Oh man, how do I get on to the next tier? Where do I go? Requires better than flint and steel. I mean, presumably this is going to get us close to opening up the nether as well, which I'm not sure how I feel about that, because you know me in the nether, I'm not a fan. Yeah, we need to find some EU. Need to get some of that. There's plenty of things to be going at. That's the thing to go at. You know, there's lots of stuff, but need to get the steel. I think that's the first thing. If you have any idea if there's anything wrong, or if it's just the animation's not there, please do let me know. But until next time, thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Bye for now.